Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at the disappearance of Krystyn Rae Dunlap, who also went by Krysty, 1994, Boise, Idaho. Only 17 years old, 5'4", 140 pounds, blonde hair, green eyes. There were different names she may have used. It says she disappeared from Boise, Idaho, October 1994. It said that she left a note for her family saying she had to get away, but I don't know if she was alone or if she left a note for sure because of the things the other web pages say. I can't tell. It said that a friend of hers said she had wanted to travel to Oregon to get away from her boyfriend, but I don't know if she did. She had a troubled childhood. She had run away from home before, but always returned home voluntarily. And I don't think she was gone longer than it said she wasn't gone longer than a week, so I don't know if that's prior to her October 19th. Yeah. It said she took a job, but only for a day in McCall, Idaho. So I don't know if she actually was her that took the job. I don't know. Some friends and acquaintances reportedly had contact with her between October and December 1994. I don't know if it was on the phone or if they had MySpace then or social media. And it says she also stopped collecting Social Security benefits since her father's death. And I'm not sure how accurate this was or where they got the information. Or prior to disappearance, she had been seeing a Charles Corey Castro. He was 10 years older than her. He was married to someone else. He was physically abusive to her, and I think he had told her he had left his wife, but he allegedly threatened her to stop her from telling the police that he had been assaulting her. He was one of the last known people to have seen her prior to her disappearance. He was on parole at the time that she disappeared, and he stated that he broke off his communication with her because his parole officer told him to. In 1994, he was convicted of sexually abusing his new girlfriend's child and was listed on the sex offender registry as a result. He said he was questions about her case and he said he passed the polygraph. Okay, so, and he says he's innocent. So, and they posted a photo with a summary. He was shot and killed in January 2022 by the police in Murphy, Idaho. The deputies with the sheriff's office were called to the address to serve him with civil protection order, which required him to move out of a home that he shared with his wife. When they told him he had to leave, he became agitated and he charged them while holding a weapon, and he refused to drop it when ordered, so they shot him. Her case is considered to be endangered missing rather than a runaway. I guess it was a runaway before. Her loved ones stated she was very close to her younger brother, and they don't think she would have abandoned him. Foul play is suspected, so they don't know if she's okay or what happened to her. And the Idaho cold cases on Facebook, somebody posted that she was, it says she's 15 here, so I don't know. This said she was 17. 15 working for a pizza company when she met him. She was working for a pizza company. She met Charles Corey Castro, a driver for a local cola company. He was 25 years old, 10 years her senior, and she was 15. He was a felon, married, and on parole. Her mother worked with his parole officer to try to keep him away from her. When she was 16, her mother had evidence of sexual activity between the two and tried to file statutory rape charges with the PD. The police department prosecutor refused to press charges, stating that she knew what she was doing. Wow, that's horrific. When she was 16 years old. That's crazy. I wonder if... growl. Anyway, the day before, I don't want to say anything else. The day before she disappeared, her and her mother met with his wife and the probation officer in hope he would confess to her that, in fact, he was still married. He had convinced her that he had obtained a divorce from his wife. All Corey could say in his... Okay, I'm not going to repeat that. She cried, and her mom left the meeting. The day after, her mom went to work, and she stayed home, and when the mom came back from work, she was gone with her belongings, with a note stating that she needed to go sort herself out and would be back in a year. She's not been heard from or seen from... Well, her family hasn't seen her since, and that was it. Poof, she was gone. We don't know if she had contact with some close friends up until... We do know that she had some contact with close friends until December 1994. She didn't have a driver's license, so her friends would have to transport her different places. She changed her mailing address to one of her friends. The police were called as her and that man were seen arguing outside of a liquor store, but both were released until further action. She last saw her when that man picked her up and took her to McCall. Oh, that man picked her up, took her to McCall. She worked there one day and that was it. Poof, then that's it. So I don't, maybe she did work there and I don't know. He returned, but she was not there and he was abusing her. So maybe while he was abusing her, oops, I accidentally didn't mean to kill her, right? So then he gets a new girlfriend who has a very young little girl. And he was doing things to the child. She was under 16. That was 1998. I'm confused because this says 1998 and it says afterwards. And oh yeah, she went missing in 94. So I guess, wow, if they would have just done something instead of saying she knows what she's doing when she's only 16 and he's 25. The Boise PD, they strongly believe someone knows. Well, duh. And what really happened, her family regretfully states this brings us up to now having to assume that she's no longer alive. Well, yeah, I would assume that too. I wonder if I don't know, was she running away or did he kill her? I would think that maybe he did something because he was abusing her. And he's a grown man. She's underage. It's one of the people out here was seeing somebody underage and they got 10 years in prison for it. And I think they were about the same age as she was. So I don't understand why the police wouldn't do anything. So, I don't know. And I don't know if this is accurate, where they read this or how they got the information, but this is just what it says on the internet. So, and then it says that he was surrounded by children with disability and something about his wife and something about them running some kind of thing for children with disabilities. So he was around a bunch of children all the time. So I don't understand. So it says that his wife ran something for children with disabilities, with mental and development health concerns. So I don't know where they got that information, but I guess that's online. I don't know how true that is. So I don't know. Do you think he killed her? Do you think this 25-year-old man who was seeing this girl when she was 15 and then when she was 17 he was 27, and I mean, do you think he killed her? She worked there one day and then disappeared, and what happened to her after that? Was she still alive or did he kill her? I mean, if you have information, you should contact the police department. If you're not sure if it's important and you think maybe it's insignificant, but you think it could be important, then you should contact them and let them decide if it's important or not, if you know something, because maybe they don't know. Maybe you think they know and maybe they don't know. But I don't know if you can call them or if you can email them or if you can remain anonymous or what. But anyway, don't forget to stop and pray for her family. She was so beautiful and so young. Oh, just a baby. So that is so sad that older men take advantage of younger girls like that. And then they can convince them of things, and it's really so sad because, they're young, they're naive, they trust them, they don't know, they haven't experienced life, they haven't experienced the world, they don't have the knowledge, they haven't gone through the things, and they think they know everything because they feel like they're older, but they really don't, and that's what's so sad. Anyway, it's just horrific. And a grown adult that's in charge, they can put a stop to this before something like this happens. And here's her mother trying to save her before something happens, and sometimes the police just don't listen. It's just, when my oldest son was younger, he was seeing this 15-year-old girl, and I tried to get the police to do something, and they wouldn't do anything because they cared more about that 15-year-old girl than they did about my son, and she wouldn't quit coming over my house. But because she started seeing my son, she quit running away. So that's what they cared more about than, it's just crazy. So, and here's this poor girl. And you have young children. If you have young children and they're seeing older men, and you know the older men are bad, and you tell the children, they're naive, and they listen to them, and they trust them, and they feel like they love them. And the odds of them listening to you as a parent, no, because they think, oh, this person loves me, and I'm in love, and blah, 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 you know. Anyway, don't forget to pray for her family, and this is so sad, and I hope she's alive somewhere, but it doesn't look too promising, does it? Anyway, thank you for tuning into my channel, and have a great day. Bye-bye.